Alright guys, this is episode 2 for the Gdj79 build. In last episode, we just explained a bit about what we're going to be doing with the car and a few informational parts of the car as well. But this episode, we'll be spicing things up, throwing some awesome products under the car. So yeah, stick around and you'll get to see what we do. Okay, so I've just sprayed the whole chassis with the Aqua Clean stuff. As you can see, it's just like it's just on there. They said to leave it, it says to leave it for about 20 minutes for a heavy duty clean. This car has like 15,000 Ks on it, so it has had a bit of road use. So I've left it on there, I've coated it all, left it on there for 20 minutes, and then I'll come back and pressure wash the whole thing off, which I'm just about to do because it has been 20 minutes now. And then we'll get into the next stage, which is rust blast. Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, let's get into pressure washing it. I've got a big hot water pressure washer here. So we're just gonna put that on. We'll go full max, 150 degrees. This thing's an absolute beast. Okay, the chassis is all clean now. I'm just going to let that dry and then we'll apply the rust blast. In the meantime, I've got something I've been wanting to do. So this tray is a bit abused. It's had Raptor coat on it and it's all chipped up and stuff from wear and tear. So I'm going to be doing a once over with some more Raptor coat to get a mint again. So let's dry that off and wait for the chassis to dry. We'll do that and let's go. Let's see how this goes. I've actually never done this before. This is easy as. Oh yeah. Comes up mint. All right, now we got to do the tub. Get the dogs off. To be honest, I thought one can would be enough to do a light spray over. Not a chance is enough. All right, with this, I'm gonna go get another can, but with this can, I just went over all the spots that were chipped up. And then we'll come back later and give the whole thing a little once over and neaten up. But so far so good, I reckon. We have more important stuff than painting tubs. We need to paint chassis so then we can get her in the workshop and start ripping this standard lift out and standard wheels. I have KMC on some Toyos that have just been laying around. So I'm going to slap them on for the meantime before all our other wheels and tires and suspension. Okay, so like what I was saying before is this car has like 17,000 Ks on it, which is not really much at all, especially for a Land Cruiser, but I'll show you what I mean. You got rust all up in there, rust all on the bolts, on your kingpin, your diff. I think everywhere you can look, you can see some kind of rust. It's not very hard to find. Like on all your welds, you got rust. Your tail shafts, and it's not long until all these welds and bolt holes all rust out. So that's pretty much why I'm doing this, so we can have a Land Cruiser that lasts a bit longer. Let's get this rust blast on, which is just here. So we throw this nozzle on. Okay, so pretty much straight away I can start seeing rust being converted on these bolts here, like all that. So here, all up there is already started. Same on that side, even this bolt here has started to convert, that bolt there as well. So we should get all in the little nooks and crannies, and keep applying it, we should be good. Okay, we are all ready to blast. It's been about 2 hours now. In the meantime, I've cleaned the wheels. So now it's time to blast the chassis with the pressure washer and see how she comes out, and then we'll pull her into the workshop and then go from there. Alright, the time has finally come to get the weapon, the beast, off the ramps and get her into the workshop and get her on the hoist, because we got to rust seal the chassis and then we have to paint it as well. After that, we're going to be bolting in the 4-inch lift kit and bolting on the tires as well, because we don't have enough time to wait around for the actual kit to come from over east, which we're still waiting on. But that's going to be for another episode, where we bolt in the full Works Burger package to this 79, which is going to be pretty cool. But in the meantime, we're going to be bolting on the lift kit we have laying around and the tires we have laying around, because this thing looks ugly as hell with the stock tires and stock lift, and I can't wait to lift it. So that's what we're going to do now. So let's jump into it. Alright, the paint was an absolute job. I wish I paid someone to do it. We got kind of the whole front diff going. Still have the rest of the car to do. Giving up on that, and we're gonna go straight into putting the lift kit in, because I'm sick of doing that, and I'm gonna do it another day because I can't be bothered. But let's get into ripping those standard leafs out the rear and throwing the 4-inch leafs in. What I've done is I've paint sealed, whatever you call it, rust sealed the whole front diff, all the hubs, assembly. I haven't fully finished, but done just enough. But I'm sick of it and I can't be bothered doing it anymore. I kind of wish I got someone else to do it. But anyways, forget that. I'm gonna do that another day, and we're gonna be throwing the 4-inch lift kit in right now. Okay, so that is pretty much the leaf and diff separated. Now we gotta undo the leaf, and then we can get the 4-inch leaf to put back up. Simple as that. I need a 22mm spanner. I think it would have been easier to do the other way around. While we're in here, I'm making sure I'm getting all the welded parts, the joins because they seem to be the main cause of the rusting. Got a problem. I don't know. The diff needs to go that way. Like that much. And I don't know how that's gonna work. I've run into a bit of a problem. I personally don't know much about suspension. I've done a few cars, like personal cars and stuff like that, but the leaf isn't lining up to the diff. Feels like the diff needs to come this way, which is weird because I thought it would go that way. Then I also had the leaf. I thought maybe the leaf was the wrong way, but I just had the leaf around the wrong way and it was just off. So yeah, I don't know what I'm doing, to be honest. Time to phone a friend, I reckon.
What can I do for you?
I'm in a pickle.
You're in a pickle, hey?
I'm fitting the suspension back into the 79. I'm fitting the leaves in the rear and I can't seem to line the leaf to the diff. Do I need to loosen off the other side?
It does help, hey? It definitely helps. 100%. And take the shock off as well if it isn't already on both sides.
Yeah.
Because the shocks will be fighting you.
Slip, slot, slap. On. Don't tell anyone. I put on the diff widener, maybe you'd call it. Some people call it wheel spacer, I don't know. But that's what we're going for at the moment. We have a lot more gear going up the front as well, like drag links, panards, you name it. It's coming, but it's about 3 weeks away and we don't have time to muck around. So we are improvising with the equipment we already have. These are very controversial in the 4-wheel-drive community. Me personally, I think they are totally fine. We've run 50mm spacers all round on our race car and run POS 25s on the 200, which made it sit perfectly in the guard on the race car. And we raced probably 3-4 years with the 200 and they never caused a problem. Yeah, no bearing failure or whatsoever. So me personally, I think they're totally fine to use. There's no difference between running a spacer or running a big neg offset type like wheel. So these are just some wheels we had laying around because we have new wheels coming for this thing. These wheels have balance beads in it and I hate balance beads. I reckon they're the worst thing ever. You can hear it. Are you ready? You hear that? No good, bruv. Oh. For those of you wanting to know, these are open country, RTs on KMC grenade crawls, something like that. Machine finish, you know how it is. And the 35s, we're gonna go 37s later on, maybe. Alright, should we see how she looks with the 4-inch in the front, 0 in the front? Oh, big builds, eh? Okay, and the other stuff we have lying around is in that box. And don't ask me how long I've had this stuff because I have no idea. I got these sent from the bros. I don't know how long ago. Oh! Stubby cooler. Sticker. Oh! Arms. Because the arms we have on them are horrible. So we're bolting these dogs on. These are going to be changed out later anyway. The whole suspension is going to be changed out later. But I'm sick and tired of looking at the goddamn thing with stock wheels and tyres, so we've just slapped on all the stuff we've had laying around for a 79, which we pretty much have a full 4-inch kit. The arms we have are average as, so we got some of these dogs sent over from the bros. Let's get into it. This is not going to be fun. If it's anything like the rear, we're going to be here till like 10 o'clock. I'm going to use this as a thing. Not looking good, Brev. It's going to look like he's taking it a while. This coat's sick though. So hard. I'm going to finish it off. Oh! Alright. Oh, perishing. Junk.
Always had a way to make it work and find another route. Always had a way to make it work and find another route. Always had a way to make it work and find another route. Always had a way to make it work and find another route.
Good job. Good job. In and out. Boom, boom. I've been here since 7:30. I like it. Ah! Ah! I don't know if it cut me or put a splinter on me. More laying around parts. Coils. 4-inch coils. Shit. There's another coil. Throw her in. Shit, this one's hard to get in. I'm just a bro building a car, man. Stupid car. Oh, I'm done. Okay, we stayed back last night getting the big rig done. I think we finished up about 9 o'clock last night, but we're here today. So let's go take it for a test drive. All right, the big girl is looking a lot better now. This episode was a little bit of a random one because we didn't have the full suspension kit up for it. But for now, we threw in the superior arms, the superior 4-inch coils, the Dobinson 4-inch lease to the rear as well. And that's about as much as we had for the car, because everything else is still over east, getting built, getting manufactured, and then it's coming over here. So we're going to be doing a full in-depth video of the suspension when we get the full suspension here. But this episode was just to get the car to what it is now, looking smick. So then in next episode, we're going to be jumping onto the full interior modifications to the car, and we're going to be going so hard at this. We're going to be changing seats. We're going to be dynamating the car. So stay tuned for next episode, and I hope you like this one. Let's go.